Good morning, everyone. 8Bits here with a happy Monday. I know it's Monday, but it can be happy, right? All right. So, how is everybody out there doing? I feel a little discombobulated. Things weren't quite working right this morning. Stupid updates. And yeah. But let's get some music going. I think we'll use the synthwave channel today and see how that works. And Q, welcome in. Glad to see you. You are first. Yes. All right. What is going on? Well, I think I spent it probably took me 6-7 hours yesterday to try to implement some new stuff into the game, and that was way longer than I thought, and it was more complicated. So like I was scouring forums and trying to figure out how other people were doing this, and yeah, it took me a while, but I think we're getting there. Let's see, what do we got coming up? Well, Crimson Desert comes out in a couple days. I'm pretty excited for it. I know it's an expensive game, but it looks really, really good. And that launches Thursday on the 19th. And tomorrow is St. Patrick's. So I'm wearing my Irish hat, my Irish flat cap. Well, they're all Irish, but the colors for it, right? But Sophie. So we went for a walk this morning. It was nice. It was cold out. It was kind of chilly, right? And it was windy though. We're in the windy season, and that's for sure. So it's picking up sand and dust and all kinds of fun stuff out there. Yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This needs wiped, and we're gonna put a new drawing board up. So we'll do drawing. This is the web whiteboard there. All right. The way the web whiteboard works is you can come on, you can be a visitor on it. You don't have to sign in. You can just draw and do whatever, like that. Just keep it within terms of service, and we're all good, right? And the other thing that I've been doing is I've been learning how to speak Irish, right? So I'm learning the words, right? And I've been on Duolingo trying to work through this. So I added a channel point just called Duolingo Irish, and it's one like thing, not the whole thing, but like one little thing of it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been trying to learn it. So is Jeevan. Always wanted to learn it. I was like, you know what? Now's the time to try to do it. So, and with that, Dia Ditz is hello. Right, Sophie? Yes, I know. All right. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Let's see. I'm wearing my favorite shirt now. It says you can't see it, but Hogue Mahoan, kiss my arse in Irish. So it's great. All right. Well, trying to think of what else is going on. I think Let's see. Oh, if you're into Fortnite, the Save the World is going free to play on April 16th. And that's kind of it. There's always cool stuff all the time, right? But all right, let's drop over. Switch screens here. All right. So I was working on this as well. I only got, well, we're going to finish this up. I got the designs done. We just have to combine them. Right? But I got a Crash, Wham, and Kablam and Snap. And we're going to combine these and then do the coloring. So let's do that. Let's do some of that now. What color schemes we got going on? Well, we have orange, but we don't have any orange lettering. So we'll make this orange lettering. So let's do this. And I guess this morning was kind of nice. Like I said, it was chilly though, but we have a heat wave coming. And we have another day of cooler weather. Well, today it's not quite going to be 70. Tomorrow it's going to be close to 80. And then we're going to have like 5 days of it being high 80s, almost 90 for where we are. All right. What do we want? I think I want this brighter orange. Yeah. All right. And then what we're going to do, we'll move this on top of here, but I need to get the coloring first. So, like yellow. All right, well, let's see what it looks like, right? What is... I think I saved it. Let me look for our... our little color wheel here. Do this, and it's coming into our drawing whiteboard. Whoops. And we'll put that right here. So we're looking at orange, which is blue. It's the complementary color. Oh, you can't see it. Duh. There we go. So, I think we'll look there. All kinds of weird stuff's going on. All right. So orange is blue. And this is kind of, I don't know, almost a red orange. Not quite. It's kind of orange. So let's move that back off. And then we'll do blue. But what kind of color blue? Like that blue? And what does How's that kind of read? I guess that works okay. We have yellow with the 3-color one. All right, so we'll leave it. Now let's work on this one. Oh. Let's make it brighter. If you look here, I'm going to say kind of like a red, maybe. We'll do that. What color do we need on the inside? That might be all right. We'll do white on these little shamrock clouds that I made. And go here. So I think I want that just a little more like that. All right, there. Now we got 4 more, and we can bring those in. We'll be able to use them, and I think that'll be pretty good, right? But what I spent hours yesterday working on was a suggestion for a shield to be added in, and now there's a shield bash, right? So it's a bash dash. It's weird, but let's start the game with the shield. All right, and let me share. I'm on window here. Debug. All right, this should work pretty good. It's going to be a little awkward, I think, but it'll be all right. When you have the shield in your hands, you're going to have a little shield over here with a cooldown that shows up. So when it's ready, you're able to use it. What it will do is normally you just have like little things going on, right? And you're just blocking a % of damage. But the cooldown or the effect on this thing is this. And you're going to be able to hold your breath because that was stinky. Who was it? Twat. Good morning. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. How have you been? All right, so we have a shield bash with a dash to it, right? So as the cooldown goes down, it'll hit 0, and if you're ready, then you can snap and do like this, and it'll act like you're a billiards ball, pool ball. You dash through the enemies and knock them all out of your way. You're doing great. How am I? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know, balancing doing game dev, gaming, work, all the hobbies and stuff, right? So what I and working on this little game, right, which is only going to be done in like 2.5 weeks. So it's aimed to be done at the end of the month. Yeah, I think it works out pretty good. I added this little shield yesterday, and now it works pretty good, right? So you have to use your mouse to activate this. And I think it works out pretty good, right? All right. GameMaker, why do you keep resizing yourself? You need to stay in one size. Relatable, yep. In the past, you played too much, and always when you're in a game, you wanted to do game dev. True. When I'm gaming, I want to do game dev. And when you're in game dev, you want to play games. That seems about right. The problem is, when you're in the games, you start to get inspiration, right? And you're like, oh, I could be doing this. I could work on this. And then you get in there, and then you're like, you know what? I'd rather be playing. But that's kind of how that works, too. Exactly, right? All right, we're going to switch this. We're going to go back to using a sword at the beginning here. So let's go ahead and start this. And now we'll actually have a weapon. David, good morning. How are you doing? All right, we'll wait for OBS here to see the game. There it is. I think we're going to try playing this on controller and make sure that the controller support's working all for it. All right, let me move my mouse out of the way. All right. So now we have a weapon that we're starting with. We have our onomatopoeia, whatever it's called, action names in here. Right? And we're working on more of them. The benefit to having a melee weapon is the knockback, right? You get rid of the enemy, you'd be able to fight them a little better, and you push them back to be able to hit them with a ranged weapon, right? And I'm doing this in Windows mode, so my lighting is opposite. See how like it goes the opposite way of the player? When it's in browser mode, it works fine. It's just I had to reverse it to get it to work right. All right, so now we have some. We're going to grab a pistol here. And then we're out of essence, so we can't buy any more. Come down. Now we have a long range and a melee weapon. And this currently is the version that is up on the itch page, right? So if you go here, I just put the version up this morning, and so it should be the same thing that you see me playing right now. So I guess we'll figure out bugs together. All right. What do I want? How about a frying pan? I added the shield and I'm waiting to try to see if it shows up. Right? I don't see it though. I wonder, I may have to tell it to do a couple things. All right, so we have 2 melee weapons and a ranged weapon. I need to slow down the bullets on the gun. It's a little fast. And let's grab that as a club. All right, so we have 3 melee and a ranged weapon. All right, we hit level 2. I think let's do this. We'll switch it. So far, all the buttons seem to be working. I think what we're going to end up doing, if I can't see it, is we're going to have to check it. It should automatically be picking up the shield, but it's not as one of your items to get. All right. The other thing I want to do is we're going to start working on some of this input stuff, right? The shield or the whatever it's called, mini map here should get put over here, like come over a little bit more. So, all right, I still have yet to see a sword. Let's do a reroll. And, yeah. All right, let's close it. So what's everybody up to today? This is going to be a shorter stream for me. I have some work stuff to do, for about an hour and a half or so. I have a meeting to be in and then some other, well, I have 2 meetings, but like, it's not normally a work day. But that's how project work goes. All right, we're going to open our mini-map, system mini-map. This is our map X. This is what we want to change. I think we're going to change it to like 820. So that'll be 40 pixels over. Let's see how that looks. And that might be good. Tomat, are you still there? Anyways. All right. I took some damage on that one. Let's try to heal up a little bit. All right. There we go. Let's go in. That was a little much. Actually, that kind of looks correct. I think I need to stretch it out a little more because it looks like it's inside the bracket here on the right hand side now, but the left hand side looks off. So I don't think we just want to move it. I think we need to stretch it a little bit. So I don't know. What do we think? Our width is 568, which is odd, but I mean, that's what when I accidentally made the box, that's what it turned out to be. Let's make it. Let's go by. But we just make it 600 and start it again. And let's see what that looks like. May need to tell it not to be so far over. I guess we'll see. Oh, and I know, for while we're testing things in there, let's stop this for a minute. Nope. Do I have it open? I do not. Spawn. Let's just set it to like 1 to 5 enemies. All right. And our text, hey friend, I can only help for a short time before they notice. I think we're gonna clean up some of the text and make it a little better conversation. You must get out of here. Get out before they do more smear. Take this weapon. You don't need it. Okay. I was thinking about doing a screen shake when the enemies spawn in. Right? All right. That did make it a little bit better. This is off a little, so we'll adjust it again and bring it back over. And maybe it'll be okay. So we don't need it so far over. Let's just say 800 and see what that looks like. It's a lot of back and forth adjustment, right? We only have 2 enemies, which is fine. 1, 2. Oh, there we go. All right. Not bad. This can come over just a couple, right? But let's make it a little bit longer. Let's make it like 610. But offset this so it's 780. Let's see how that looks. Now the goal for this game is to be done at the end of the month. So we're getting pretty close. And then after we're done with this, we're going to be going back to work on the RPG one for 6 months, right? So we can take our time on it, not rush as much. I think it needs to go 2 pixels, 2, 1, 2, maybe 3 pixels, 2 pixels. Two. And then, so with the RPG, we'll be able to spend like 6 months on it, take our time, really take it up to the next level, make it nice, right? All right, I think that looks good for the mini-map. All right. So System Store Manager. Get items, bomb, grenade, taco, jello shots. Okay, these are items. Where are the weapons? Are we pulling it from in here? I don't remember. No, it should be pulling it from the regular list. That's what it looks like. Well, all right, so you are out of essence. Why is that highlighted? Unreachable code. Draw, set, color, see black. With this function, you can set to draw this color set for drawing. Well, did I misspell it? Draw, set, color, see black. Interesting. Okay. We'll just leave it for now. Cards, items. I mean, it looks like I'm pulling from available weapons, right? So get available weapons. Here. Oh, the purchase card. My nose is running. I'm just not very fast, so I have trouble catching it. But we'll use this real quick. All right, so if level is less than 2, this is what we're doing. So pistol, sword, and plunger. We're going to update the array. Let's do an array push with weapons. There. And we'll do the same thing here. Okay, so now we have it updated. The shield should start to show up. Because, yes. Get weapon display. If weapon is equal global. Oops, global. weapon. Shield. Turn. Shield. Buckler. Okay. There we go. Let's start the game with just the sword again. And let's see if we see the shield inside the purchase cards. And one of the things that it is you do not see the info on the right hand or the left hand side of the game window when you have the sword, but it will show up if you have the shield in your hand. All right. All right. So we have 5 this time. Ooh. Crossbow. I'm sure it'll show up, right? Okay. I think what we're going to do is... Oh, there's still one more guy. Let's stop it. Let's start the game with both a sword and a shield. Let's see how that goes. Come on, OBS. All right, there we go. All right, so it recognizes I already have the shield in my hand because it has the shield icon with a cooldown and ready. And there it is. I'm using the controller. Oh. That's a little awkward. Well, I have it set to right trigger to activate, but maybe we should just make it the A button with the direction. Right? No, don't touch me. So I don't know what's better. And I don't know if any of you out there play games with controllers. I don't know what would feel more natural, right? Do I have to hold it? Still feels awkward to me, but I don't think... I think the way I have this tell set up with it, I think it just works. So it'll automatically go through its color coding. Like, it'll be green, and then once it hits like a red and it locks, then it goes. And you do a shield bash, which is essentially like you're dashing forward with it. I guess I need to work on... right? We want maybe like a dust cloud trail behind the player when performing the dash. Okay, so we'll do that. We have the shield. We need to make a better looking shield, and we're going to have at least 2 tiers. At least 2 tiers. Of weapons. Oops. Oh, there's the shield. Okay. So, buckle up. Bash enemies away. How do we want people to know about it? Like, how do we tell them what button to use? And the other thing I want to change is, where is it? It's all the way down here somewhere. Let's make this 1 point. Alien dance. Good morning. I need an alien dance. That's what I need. I don't have any of that stuff. Jeepin has one. I need to figure out how she did it. Right? So, on hers, you could do a channel point. It will produce like a little alien where her camera is, and it's dancing, and it changes the voice. Right? I think that'd be cool. Can I help you? Hi, Sophie. And Cool Emitter, welcome in. How you doing this morning? All right, that will make the shield icon a little bit bigger for the display. On player weapon code, though, we want to... Stop licking me. We have... Okay, so we have buckle up, bash enemies away. I don't know where else to put this. Maybe I should have it with this. Right? If I put it... Let's do this. But let's put it down below. And we're going to reset this. Okay, so this is shield X. This is 22. Shield X plus the X should be correct. What do we want on the Y? I think this needs to be at 10, 12. Let's make it at... Shouldn't it be positive? I want it below it. Let's just make it 10. Plus, like, 11. And this is not cooldown, but this is press. We'll do left button, left mouse button slash right trigger. And we'll put that there for now. I don't know what it'll look like, but let's see. The shield bash is interesting, right? Let's get the mouse out of the way. Oh, I did not make that deep far enough down. Okay, so it's blending over here. Let's stop it. We're going to make this plus 15. That should be 16. See what it looks like now. So what are you up to today? All right, getting a little better with it. Left mouse button, right trigger. So it needs to come down maybe another 5. We'll make that like 20. And that'll be 21. So the second line, we're actually adding... Yeah. You're not up to much? Yeah. I have some game dev stuff. Obviously, we're doing a little bit right now. And then I have a work meeting today. That'll be about an hour and a half. After that, I'll probably be working on game dev a little bit more. I do want to game a bit today. Then at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Jeepin has her cooking stream. So I always need, try to help and get that set up. It's kind of getting the equipment set up in the kitchen. Like, we have the camera and some of the other stuff there, but we have a tripod and some other stuff we got to move and a light diffuser. So it's a little bit of a lot to set her up for the cooking stream in the for it. Flannel Beard, good morning. How are you doing? I saw you were on. I didn't get a chance to stop in this morning. Just too many things trying to get done before starting. So how have you been? Overall good. Excellent. Excellent. And Sophie Treat. Panooch. How are you doing? All right. Let me defeat this one little guy here. And then we'll take care of a Sophie Treat, right? She is already here waiting. Right? And here she is. As soon as she hears it. Whoops. Did you drop it? She's like, I got it. I got it. Anyways, remember, Sophie is the star of the show. I'm just kind of like a co-host here. That's kind of how it works, you know? All right. We're getting closer with the shield stuff. Oh, look at that. Double on Sophie Treat this morning. All right, we're going to go back to this. Hey, Sophie. Trying to make sure she was done with the first one. All right, here we go. Good girl. All right. Let's go back to this. What else was there? Oh, there was a Duolingo. Yes. Okay, so let me pause the music here. I'm trying to learn how to speak Irish. And so I'm going through Duolingo. And it is a little, like, we'll do one little thing on it so you can see, right? But I thought it'd be fun to put it on here. And like, we'll do one, right? So you have to match these. You got to match them up.
Dominic.
Okay, so that was
Dominic.
And we have
No.
salon, salad. Obviously,
Salad.
I know this one's this one. Salon is often. No. It's goodbye. No is or.
Dominic
is often.
Laurian Sheed Frankish Gach Modsen.
Okay, so Laureen
Laurian
is speak.
Laurian
Said
Sheed.
is they. French every day. Modern day.
Modsen.
Morning. Every morning. So it is they speak French every morning. Right? Lorraine is Lorraine is speak, and then it's usually they, he, she, pronoun, that kind of stuff all comes after the name, like after speak. And there we are. Okay. So that's it. That's what Duolingo is. And I thought it would be fun to add that in here. And like we have to do a couple things. Okay, so this is I speak English every morning. I'm gonna say it's oh, what is I think it's gonna be LeBron. Lorraine. Berla is English. Gok. Modern.
Modsen.
Okay. So that is, and you can see this is slightly different. So I speak is actually one word. And then we have they speak Spanish. What was they? Crap. See, oh, I need speak. No. Oh, it's because I can't spell Irish stuff. All right, but I was close. It was the right word. I forgot an I. No, I forgot an O in here and an H. Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyways, I see ads are going to go off here in, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. When they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee, probably uncover Arwen here, and then we'll get back to it, and we're going to work on more of the stuff with the shield, because we got to get that working properly. And we're going to try to, I made some more things yesterday, and we finished up these two first thing this morning on here. So we're going to add these 4 into our list of action names, right? But until ads go, I know we need this to be down a little bit more. Let's make it like 3 more pixels, right? So the stuff that I'm changing is over here on the left, right? So it's the cooldown, the ready, and the play, or the press left mouse button or right trigger, right? And the picture of the little shield. So anyways, there is the ads. I will be right back. Get up, stretch, do what you need to, and I will see everybody in a few moments. Do it. It's hello. Hi, Jeeben. Okay, we're back. So, Jeeben, I added Duolingo as a channel point so that we could work on things, because I thought it would be fun to do on here. Right, so there's a channel point for it, and then when we open it, we get to go through here and go through some of the lesson stuff with it. But yeah, I thought it would be fun, so I was like, you know what, that's what we're gonna do. So I speak is different than saying he, she, they speak, right? You know how like it's 2 separate words when you do that, but with I speak, it's all one. So I speak is going to be Lahaim. Lahaim? It's going to be this. But let's do that.
Laureem.
Loreen. So we say Lareem for I speak. Then we're going to say Gaelic. Gaelga is Irish, and often is Minnick. Minnie. No. Go minute. Oh. All right. We're gonna keep learning. No thanks. Oh, I don't. I'm out of hearts. That's why. Okay. But that's kind of it, right? And you got all kinds of stuff on here. All right. So we need to go back to working on the shield stuff. Oh, and I didn't see you ran a dungeon. Thanks for doing that. So how we were in the middle of also asking how's everybody doing? Little Beard, Pernooch, how are all you doing? And okay, dog. Thanks for that Sophie treat. I did redeem it. I just didn't see who did it at the time. All right, so let's run it. This should look a little better. And what we're looking for is going to be on the left-hand side. Right now, I have a shield attached to the player, right? But over here, this is where the cooldown is going to be for the shield. Kelhar, personally, you have been told you speak gibberish well. Funny thing is you never studied for it. Some people are just natural, right? It's a skill. It is. And good morning, Kelvar. How are you doing? All right, let's start. We need to fix up the chat still at some point because it's a little offset right here. But we'll go in and we're going to have now a sword and the shield. And with that comes the ability to do that, right? So now we have a shield bash, which is also like the player has a dash to it, right? So you can, and it has a countdown. It's about every 8 seconds. And when you run through them, you are doing some damage. You're doing about 20% of their health in damage. Not bad. You figure you'd start the day with a little levity. How are things? Things are good. Things are good. Right? Yesterday, I spent, 5-6 hours? Something like that. Trying to get the shield stuff to work. I've never done a dash. I was trying to look up. It took me forever to find some stuff that I think might work with it, but it works pretty good, right? So right now, when you hit them, they do take some damage, and it works on both controller and with the mouse. So if you're using keyboard and mouse, you're able to do it. But if you're on controller, it's currently set to right trigger. And I don't know if that feels more natural with a trigger or hitting like the A button. It's got a little delay to it. And you have to be facing in the direction you want to go. It is cold this morning. Yes. 29 degrees. Yeah. It was a little cold when I walked out there to take Sophie out for a little bit. But it's only going up to 68 today. So it is a colder day, right? But starting tomorrow is the heat wave. So it jumps to like 78 tomorrow. Then it jumps up into the 80s. and we'll be close to 90 for a couple of days. It's kind of like just one of those things, right? Stay. There we go. All right. No, I think I'll leave it on trigger, right? Because I want A to be the use for the items. The direction of it is a little weird. No, see? You have to be facing in the direction you want it to go. For a dash button, in a more intuitive, it executes, then it ends. Yeah, so it's a one-time press, right? You don't have to hold it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just press the trigger, and it activates. Oh, this is weird. Okay, so when I let go of the thing, it sometimes snaps back to there. Okay, Doug, you ran into a situation with a customer. They ordered rock. They ordered rock for about 14K, okay, and later called back asking to rush the delivery. Because of that, you hired someone to pack everything by hand so you could ship it faster, true. While the pallets were waiting to be shipped, they changed their mind and wanted to cancel the order. I told them that there would have to be a cancellation fee since we already had an agreement, and you already got paid for the packing. They got really upset about it and called me fraudster. Yeah. They paid the cancellation fee you wanted, but it kind of sucks. True. I mean, people today, it's hard, really hard to be in a customer anything job, right? Selling stuff, like, it always needs to be like upfront with stuff, right? It's just people suck. That's all there is to it, right? And Kelvar, back to your thing. Okay, so we have a dash button is more intuitive. It executes, then it ends. A trigger feels more like continuous. So what type of button do we feel would be more intuitive? Like an X? We don't have anything on X. So if I hit X, it would do this. Right? Instead of the trigger. A bumper. Yeah, I guess we could do a bumper too. So hit the bumper and it does that. Okay. And then the other thing is, if you're using a mouse and keyboard, the left press on the mouse is the activation for it. Right. And okay, dog, yeah, I'm still thinking about that. That sucks. Like, people are just, you know, yeah. At least they paid a cancellation fee, right? However, if you had to buy all that product up front and get it delivered, and then they canceled it on the day of shipping, I mean, that would be a problem. They would have to pay the fee. Like, they would have to pay the stuff because, you know. Your lawyer said the law in Sweden is servana, meaning agreements must be kept. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Even here, I mean, like, that would be a bad thing, right? If they don't want it, they at least need to cover the cost of the merch, like your product, right? So if you had to order all the stone and then it got brought in, and then you packed it up and got it ready for shipping or whatever, and then when it was done, they canceled. Yeah. So the question is, do you have to buy the product, or do you have the stone already there because you're in some sort of like... I think if they cancel, it should have been, they have to pay a cancellation fee, right? Like a restock, reorganize thing. They rushed it, so they had to pay that rush fee. And so you have two things. One, the rush was not part of the original agreement. That was added, so they still have to pay that because you paid your people for that, right? So they have to pay the rush fee and the cancellation fee. That's how I would have worked it. If I already had the product, you know, and I'm not out of money on the product and I can resell that, fine. But you'll have to pay essentially like a restocking fee, right? You got to take it out of the packages or box wherever they've had it, off the pallets, put it back into the yard. So it would have been 3 fees there, like a restock fee, a pay for the rush because that was something you had to pay other people for, and then a cancellation fee. But I'm not a lawyer. That's just what I would make them do. I'd be like, look, you know, jacked me up here and you owe me this stuff, and that's it. Right. It's, I mean, like, doing that stuff is tough. Yeah. I mean, it's an agreement, right? So, like, fine, you already have the product. You don't have to you didn't buy it from somewhere else. You already have it. So, fine, you don't have to pay that. But I already, like, you'd be like, look, it's already on pallets. It's ready to go. I got to take that all apart, which means I got to have man hours spent from my team to get that done. You got to pay a restock fee. And you paid for rush, which required me to pay other people to hurry and get this stuff done. That's a fee. You got to cover that. And you got to pay a cancellation fee. Or you kind of build into your cancellation fee the restock fee. So it's just a cancellation fee, and they had to pay the rush. That's all. Good morning. How you doing today? I'm going to probably say your name different every time, like I do with most people. I hope you were doing well. You just didn't like being the bad guy. Well, if, let's say, if you are the owner of the company, you are the bad guy. Can't help it. You can't help stinking too, right? I mean, when you are dealing with a customer, if you are not the customer, you're always going to be the bad guy. It's just how it works. No matter if you are just trying to do an honest job, right? If the customer changes their mind, it doesn't matter what you do or say, you are always going to be the bad guy. And sometimes You just have to wear that hat. And it sucks. I know. I've had, I've owned different companies in that, in the past, and yeah, you wear all the hats, including the bad guy hat. So, yeah. It's okay. You got to switch to easier to pronounce. No, I mean, you can keep your name. I'm not saying don't like switch your name or something. I just suck at pronouncing things. So, which is funny because I'm trying to learn how to speak Irish, but it's terrible. I'm getting better at reading it, pronouncing it. I'm okay, sort of. Writing it, I'm terrible because the Irish did not know how to write. So all the extra letters in their stuff, in their lettering, in the words, throws me off. Absolutely. It's like Germany without many. Yeah. Just trying to figure out what to text back now after they paid. Okay, so Doug, they've paid you. You'll have to take this one as a loss, right? They paid you for the cancellation fee. I would say I really appreciate that we came to terms on this and you covered the cancellation fee. I appreciate that because it's hard prepping these things for, prepping the product for customers and spending money to have the team perform at top level for you. And say, I appreciate this, and I hope in the future we can do business. And that's it. You just kind of take it as a loss. You kind of give a slight call out that they're, being an a-hole, but slight, hey, at least you paid a cancellation fee, right? And I appreciate that. And Calvar, as Walt Disney used to say, the customer is not always right, but the customer is the customer. This is true. Right? The theory or the saying goes, the customer is always right. That was a terrible slogan and era where the customer is always right, and then it made it so that the customer was entitled, and no matter what they told you, they were right, even at the detriment of your own business or sales or whatever. And I'm glad we don't listen to that much anymore. But, the customer is not always right, but they are the customer. So sometimes, yes, you'll take a loss, but as long as you can handle it in a way that hopefully they'll come back in the future and maybe say, we appreciate being able to handle this and get that you covered the cancellation fee, but please be mindful of this in the future, as well end up having to, there is these type of things with most, with companies, like, I don't know, something like that, right? And yeah. Glorp. What's glorp? All right. Shrug? Okay. I don't know either. So we need to try to change this from right trigger to right button. Shield bash. Nope. Shield. It's a 7TV thing. Oh, I gotcha. So it's called right trigger is shoulder right button. What the hell is GameMaker? Do I have it up here still in my list? Gamepad bindings. What is GameMaker gamepad buttons? Gamepad input, right? So we want it to be not shoulder D-pad paddle. Why is it weird? Why is it called? Why? Now I got it right shoulder trigger. Oh, that's why. Shoulder trigger. But we want it to be GP bumper. What the hell's the bumper? I've never done one on the bumper. Shoulder button. Maybe that? No. Shoulder button. RR. Not RB. RR. So that's what we want. RR. So here, we'll just say shoulder, shoulder. RR. Right shoulder button. That should be the bumper. So this is like the shoulder here are these things here, right? And this is the left shoulder. And then, well, this one has an extra button down here, but like we're going to try that. That should work. Let's try it. I think we got it. Yeah, it's just the way calling it that thing, right? Is just the way the buttons are laid out on there. Like the top buttons here for, you know, like A, B, X, and Y, right? Whatever it is here, that's the face. These are the shoulders. And I don't know what this one under here is called. But then you got select and start. Oh, and you got the sticks for the joysticks. It's just weird, right? All right, let's get this thing turned back on. And there we go. Okay, so it is not working on the trigger anymore. That was correct. Whoops. A little bit of fine tuning to it, but I think part of the problem is if you let go, it tends to want to snap back to this position of the with the on it. All right, so we have 5. Okay. I think that works pretty good, right? All right, so let's change the wording. Here we said right trigger, right button. Button. There we go. Press. Let's get rid of press. We don't need it. Left mouse button or right button. Does that make sense? It's kind of what we are. Yeah, and like I said, these are weird, but I'm glad we have the list, right? So that we're able to look it up. Okay. So now, what's the whiteboard for? Just drawing. We use it for all kinds of stuff. We come in here. Currently, I got the color palette in here, but it's a free zone. You can draw. Just keep it within term of service. So no triple X R rated stuff, right? But sometimes we come in here and we're discussing how things work. So yesterday we were drawing the player and trying to figure out. So we were like, oh, this is the player, right? And we want the player to do a rush forward with the shield, like a shield bash. And so we were like, oh, it's going to affect all the enemies inside a zone, and anything in here is going to get pushed away. Kind of like we're talking like sports, and this is the play that's going to happen, that kind of stuff, right? But it's open, so you can just draw, right? And a lot of people like it. I just keep it. The board is only for 24 hours. You don't have to sign into it. You can just be a visitor. And it's kind of how it goes. It's just something fun. Plus, it makes it so that we, myself and you all in chat, can work on the game and talk about stuff. And so when we're trying to get our points across, sometimes it's easier to draw it than it is to write it out. And so we'll do that here too. And you can post in pictures like you did, like I did here with this, right? You can put in GIFs, so you can put in a animated something and be like, look. I don't know. It's just something fun, right? Like I said, the board is only available 24 hours. So try to get it done activate it right before the stream, so that for the next one, we have a whole new one. And if the drawings are really good, then I save them. So we've had all kinds of them. Let me get a couple here, because I do save them. So open that one like this. We've had this. We had this one. Right? And we had this one. Yeah. Just fun stuff. All right. So, Kelvar, there was a big blow up a couple months ago at a Miami Heat basketball game when the camera panned and a known adult star was captured cheering, but not identified. A lot of people questioned, though, how the upset people even know who she was. The question is, why are they upset? Whether or not they are an adult star or whatever, like other professions, right? Then they are still people, and they can go to a basketball game. So I did not see it, so I don't know who it is or what the problem was, but like somebody's just enjoying a basketball game. What does it matter? And Sophie treats. She'll be happy. She's getting lots of treats today. Welcome in, homeless. You are not first today. All right. Let me get this. So, for those that don't know, Sophie here is the star. And I'm just kind of the co-host. Right? And the squawker, the bird, is right there in the middle. That's her cage. And she's just like, hey, pay attention to me. There we are. You needed a good sleep in? That's okay. You're allowed. All right. So for tier 1 shield, we have the bash working.
Hello there.
Hello?
Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
Have a happy landing. I love that hello. Right. All right. We got, I think this looks good, right? We added this in. This is the, on when you have the shield in your hand, this info is going to show up here as soon as OBS decides to see it over here, right? So we have cooldown. The ready, I should probably, maybe we need a little more space between there. So the ready switches to a number. Let's make this like 25 and we'll make this 26. But the ready, so this is the ready text number, right? Oops. We have it shield with an 8. And that's shield with an 8 as well. But we're going the opposite direction. So we're at 8 and 7. I think I want it over a little bit more. So we're going to say to the right, let's make it like 25. And then the shadow 26. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Almost you dance even if you're dropping the old Lincoln Longs. Yeah, exactly. You gotta do that sometimes. All right. This looks a little better, right? So we have it says cooldown, but then it'll have a number where it says ready and the left mouse button, right button suggestion. So it tells you how to use it, right? That is going to occur when you have the shield in your hands. It's not going to be there normally after when you first start, but we have it there for testing. And what looks like an orange is the shield right now. And we just moved the trigger for it to, let's get you guys together. Whoops. The right button. And it makes you rush through the enemies and knock back, give them a good knockback. Like that. Right? It just throws them like a decent distance. They kind of have a friction to it but it's a little off. All right, so we have the knockback feature now on the shield. We have it so that it is now working with the right button, right? And you press it once and it'll work. Or the left mouse click button. And that's kind of where we're at with that. So I think we need to now switch over and do a little bit of graphic work. Here's this. And I need to redo the shield, right? The buckler is smaller. So we're going to start with that. The tier 2 would be more of a Targe style shield, still round, just bigger. But let's work with this stuff first. And at the very beginning of stream, we finished up the kablam and the snap. But we have crash and wham, which I finished out yesterday. So we add a few more fun things. What if you were hitting with a sword? Probably clang. Sounds pretty good. We have pow. So clang, pow, wham. I think we should add wham into the sword, like the melee sword one. Right? Smack. Oh, smack. Whoosh. Thud. Those are good ones too. All right, let me make some more list. Action words. Omnithopia. Whatever the word is. Homeless found it. The actual name for this stuff, right? Action words. We want smack, thud, whoosh, or whoosh, whoosh. There we go. Let's grab wham. And let's bring it into here. Let's go there. There we go. All right, so now when you are being hit by the sword, you currently have pow, clang, or wham that will come out. And that's kind of most of the melee weapons, right? So let's grab it. Let's move them together. This is one set. Pow. There you are. Wham. Clang. Here. Then we have zap, which is going to be for the taser. So every time you use a taser, it'll have a chance to say zap. And I have this for one. So that's by itself. The guns, I think, are going to do something like this. And then we got these ones that still need a place, like a home. Right? Because, the axe is the WTF. For the fun of it, right? And the gun has the bang and the boom. can I help you? Who are we grumbling at? It's Monday morning. They're allowed to be walking out there. They're allowed to walk out there anytime. Did someone stray off of the sidewalk and touch the gravel? And you don't like that? Because that's your gravel? I know. I know. Okay. So now that we have those, what do we want for the shield? How about the kabam? Or crash? Or both? And it'll randomly do it. Right? So let's move this over a little bit. There. Cheapin, you think you've had so much sleep this weekend? Yes. Cheapin hasn't been feeling well, and so has been sleeping a lot, which is okay. All right, let's grab that. Let's, whoops, wrong one, whoops. Now I'm just pressing buttons. Go here, close this. All right, what we want to do is get rid of that, paste in this, right? And we put it like this. And I have one thing I didn't color right there. Okay. Let's fix this. All right, so that one's yellow. That one should be yellow. There. All right, we need to make this into two separate images, so we convert to frames. And it is 2, 2. We're gonna say 60. Not quite. We're gonna say 80. Nope. 90. I probably should have looked, but that's okay. 96. Nope. 93. It's probably because I moved them together. All right. Whatever. 93. Let's make that 90. Close. There we go. 93 by 80. Weird. It's probably because I grabbed one and moved it, and it's not quite exact, but that's all right. So we have Cabal and Crash, or Kablam and Crash. Those are going to be for name shield. Right? There we go. You're about to build a bonfire up there so you can warm the place up. I'm assuming you are a little cold this morning, huh? Okay. We will fix that. We'll give it a minute. but it should turn on the heat here in a second. Yeah, okay. Now, I think we're pretty good with it, right? So we have, let's think about this. Let's switch this. Nope, not this. No. I need it at the top. All right, we're going to start with just the sword. And we're going to shield bash, store manager, minimap. Where do I have my spawner open? There it is. Let's make it so it's somewhere between 20 and 50 enemies come out, right? And we'll start the game.
I started blasting. Bang, bang. No, I don't see so good, so I missed.
So you missed because you were blasting. Pow pow. That's what. Do I have pow pow? I do not have pow pow. Oh, I have pow. I might be able to do like pow pow. Let me add that to the list. Pow. Pow. All right, so we're gonna try to add smack, thud, whoosh, and pow pow. That'll be my goal for the week, because these take me a little bit, because it's artwork. Yes. All right. The game is live on itch, right? So if you want to try it out, it doesn't have the stuff we're working on from today, but it's pretty close because I updated it first thing this morning before going live. So here's the escape. You can run it. It plays right in the browser. It'll make it full screen on your browser. Test it. It works with controller, and currently the shield thing is set to right trigger in this, but now we've adjusted it so it's the right shoulder button. All right, let's go through here. We have 27 enemies. All right, so we have wham, clang, pow, and we can't do a like the shield thing without the shield, so it only works when you acquire the shield. I gotta heal up. Cha-ching! Oh, that'd be a good one too. What item would we want cha-ching for? Cha-ching. All right, let's go through. We have a crossbow. Cha-ching. You can maybe do it for the crossbow. So let's choose a crossbow. So now we have a ranged weapon and Whoa. Crossbow's working. It does not have any like effect necessarily yet on them. The throwing axe sticks into the enemies, so we have that working. Oh, I need to heal up. There we go. All right, let's get how about a frying pan? And we're out. So now we have a frying pan, sword, and the crossbow. We get up to 4 weapons. Why? Because you were experimented on, and that is why you got 4 arms and a pumpkin head. Let's do the throwing axe. So now we have 2 ranged and 2 melee. And we're doing the WTF is the axe hitting the enemies. So when the enemy gets hit by a throwing axe, they stop in place. So that helps to keep them at bay, right? And that's kind of also the point of the melee weapons, because they have that knockback to them. Okay, so now we're level 2. We're gonna keep the weapons that we have. And good morning, Fuzzy. All right, so we have the frying pan, the sword, a throwing axe, and the crossbow currently. Need to heal up a little bit. Kerplunk. That's a good one. There we go. All right. Let me write down Kerplunk. Pow, pow. What is it? Kerplunk? Kerplunk. Okay. Oh. And we were thinking cha-ching. I'll write that down, though. See? Ka-ching. Okay. Game's looking good. I appreciate it. It's coming along. We only got it like 2.5 weeks left in this. And I think we're going to keep the same weapons that we have. We'll come down here. I haven't seen the shield yet, but we could use a shield. I want to try out the shield bash stuff with all the other things going on. I need to heal, but... Oh, here's some. Get out of my way. No. No touch. No touch. No touch. All right, so the sword... The frying pan are doing the action things. The throwing axe is as well, but it is doing the WTF. ones. Also, ads are about to go off. When they do, I'm going to take a be right back. I'm going to grab a little bit more coffee, and then we're going to get back to it. But I think it's coming along pretty nice. Need to add in a little more effects on some of the other stuff. I do need a screen shake when enemies spawn in. We need to work on some sounds still. But over and the store info. Overall, I think it's coming along pretty good. Like I said, we only got about 2 weeks. Not even 2.5. Just about 2 weeks left, right? So the 30th is probably going to be the end of this. That'll be Monday the 30th. So there are the ads. I'm going to take a quick be right back. Hang tight, and I will see everybody in just a few moments here. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I checked out briefly right before I walked away to get my coffee. The sound effect thing. So appreciate the link there. That looks nice, and that'll help because I have sounds. I don't know. I probably have like 20 gigs worth of sounds and audio stuff, but sites like that are pretty good because that was neat. It allowed you can adjust it right here, so that was kind of neat. Yeah, and it specializes in retro style, which is nice. So yeah, cool link. All right. I think I still have the game running. Yeah. So we're going to keep going. We're going to test it out a little more. All right, there we are. So I don't like any of these. Oh, I can't get to it, can I? I need to add the re-roll button onto the controller. Like, I can't get to it from here. So we'll need to add this onto that. There. I want the shield. So let me try doing this on here. Select it. I have to get rid of your max weapons. Choose a weapon to swap. How about the frying pan? We'll swap it. So now those are my weapons. I have sword, crossbow, shield buckler, throwing axe. So hit B to cancel. Go down here. Start the next one. Now we have the cooldown showing up on the screen here, right? So it's over there. Whoops. And we have the shield working with the right shoulder button. So right button, right? And it does a massive knockback on them. And it is only available every 8 seconds or so. 8 seconds, I think, is what I set it to. Right, so we can come up and go down. Pow. It kind of looks like you're a cue ball from like the game pool, billiards, going into the racked grouping. All right, we need to heal up a little bit. All right. Pretty close there. Let's go in here. I don't need any of these. We're going to just do next round. Because one more round, we should be entering level 3. So we're going to start with a buckler, right? So the smaller style shield. So I have to redraw that a little bit because it looks more like an orange right now still. But, you know. Oh, I was not paying attention. I need to heal up. And I launched it in the wrong way. There we go. All right. I mean, technically, you could have like 4 shields right now. Oh, I'm 1 XP away from level 3. All right. Now I'm level 3. So the next round we'll have... No! I'm at 2 health. 4. 6. Uh-oh, I'm at 0. You can't actually die yet, but you know. All right, so I'm at negative. I've died, but besides that, oops, wrong way. Oh, and we should probably also work on like a save feature somehow. Except I don't know. This is browser play. I don't know if I can save with it. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so now we'll go in here and get started. We have 2 things. There should be a level 3. There they are. Level 3 enemies in here. They also have they shoot lasers at you. There we go. If GM supports it, you can save to the browser's local storage. I mean, I would have to code it. I didn't know you could save on a browser game. I would have to figure it out. But yeah, I'm sure you can. You just have to code it. All right, so this is going pretty good. Lasers are looking all right. You know, so the level 3 enemies are looking pretty good. They got lasers going. And I survived it with 19 health. Okay. So, that works pretty good. Yeah, JavaScript supports local browser storage. Note you cannot save to an external file. Yeah. So, let's close it because that's looking pretty good. Let's look it up, right? GameMaker saving to browser storage for browser storage. In GameMaker, standard file handling functions like those in INI or JSON files automatically save data to the browser local storage when the target platform is HTML5. Right, so we're good. It looks like I can, and this looks to be how it works. Yeah. So it looks like I can be able to do it. All right, so we're going to save that here because I think we're going to try to get that put in this week. But how is this week going to look? Well, today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, so it's about 9:20 now, or almost 9:20. GP Nanny is going to be doing her cooking stream. And because St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, she's doing some Irish meal stuff. So it's always fun to watch her do her cooking stream. And yeah. And then tomorrow she's going to be gaming because she still has another day off. I think she starts around noon on Tuesdays. But for me, I'm going to work on Bangers and Mash. That's it. Bangers and Mash. I was like, I knew it was some Irish stuff, right? So for me, we're going to be stopping here in a little bit because I have a work meeting today. But when I'm done with that, I'll be back here. I'll probably be working on this for a little bit. I need to game a little bit. Then I need to help her set up. Yeah. The next time I stream is Saturday morning. As far as I know, I believe it is this Saturday, the 21st. We should be good. I will be streaming at the normal time, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. And it'll be good times, right? So, since we have to end early today, let's see who is out there. Work always gets in the way. That's just the way it works, right? That's why it's called work. Homeless freaking squirrel last night took half-eaten BB and J sandwich out of your trash last night and dropped it on the first floor closet. What? Your landlord called to tell you. You said the squirrel was just trying to give him lunch. Yes. Squirrels, man, they get into everything. So do little raccoons. They get everywhere. All right, so what do we have? Who's all out there this morning? All right, I think he is live. We'll try it. Let me double check here. All right, it looks like he's there doing stuff, right? I'm gonna double check here. Yeah, he looks like he's actually live. So we're gonna go visit Delric, right? As long as it doesn't give me a warning or anything this time. Looks like we're good. So I appreciate everyone for being here. This is coming along good. At some point today, I will update the itch page so it has the newest stuff that we worked on from today. But don't forget, you can go there and play it and test out the game anytime. Leave me some feedback. Come here, join the Discord, right? So make sure you join the Discord. And if you join the Discord, you can choose game development role and you'll be added into that section so you can see it. But here is the game, and that's it. So wow, real fast, what did we get today? We got a hello, a sunflower or some sort of flower, and Homer Simpson saying E equals MC squared. Excellent. All right, folks, I appreciate everyone for being here. I will catch you all later. And let's go say hi to Delric, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.